Okay, we are now live and on the record for Tuesday's criminal docket, December 7th, 2021. Please be reminded that although we are virtual, this is still a courtroom, so the same rules apply. Please dress accordingly. No caps, no sleeveless shirts, no taking us to the restroom, please. No smoking on TV as well, okay? All right, so Attorney Rudy Moreno, what do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir.
The first one is number 51 on your docket, Jesse Hernandez.
Yes.
All right, CR 20-09630-I, State of Texas versus Jesse Damian Hernandez. Is Mr. Hernandez present?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. And what is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, I need a reset date for a plea. I got a plea offer from Mr. Sosa yesterday. He's gonna accept it. We just need to sign him up.
Okay. I'm already packed for this month. The earliest I have is January 20th.
That's cool by me, Judge.
Okay. January 20th at 1:30. All
Thank you, Your
right.
Honor.
Anything else?
Judge, I do have another case. It's numbers 19, 20, and 21. Claudia Cruz. I'm standing for Mr. Chair Palacios on this one here. And
Okay.
she is present. She is present in my office, and she's standing right behind me, Your Honor.
All right. So Mr. Hernandez, we'll see you on January 20th at 1:30, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. CR 1503083-I, CR 21-04191-I, and CR 17-06220-I, State of Texas versus Claudia Cruz. And what is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, in this matter, I believe in the 2017 case, Your Honor, she does have a nice eye on that one. That's going to be that I can recall, Your Honor.
Okay, on CR 17-06220-I, the nice eye will be recalled.
Thank you, Your Honor. And we can set a reset date. Mr. Wallace can probably work this out with prosecutors pretty soon.
Okay, Ms. Soto, do you have a report on her device?
Judge, she has a mobile device with Smart Start and there's no violations.
Okay. So the next setting will be a plea setting, or?
Can we do a status, Your Honor? If that's possible.
Okay. Ms. Cruz, can I get a phone number for you?
Yes, ma'am, it's 956-331-3740.
Okay, it'll be January 20th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have,
Okay.
Judge. Maybe excuse?
Yes,
Have a good day, Judge.
thank you, likewise. All right, Attorney Jorge Luis Ortegon.
Morning, Your Honor. How you doing, ma'am?
Good morning.
I'm here, Judge, on number 67 on this court's criminal docket, the State of Texas versus Kimberly Ortiz. Judge is sitting right here next to me to my right, Your Honor.
All right, CR 21-08159-I, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, on this one, we do need a little bit more time, Judge. We have reviewed discovery together, my client and I, Judge. It does indicate that there's no video. I did want the state to confirm that there is, in fact, no video, so we can go ahead and start, kind of going forward with what exactly we want to do with this case, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Sosa, does it show, is there any digital evidence on this file?
Well, Judge, we don't have a USB on file. I would assume there's digital evidence, but there's no notes indicating that there isn't. I would have to get back to counsel on that one.
There's whether or not there's a DVD in the file. Obviously, there's no USB because I don't know if there's a DVD in the file. Because it indicates that there's no. In the police report, it indicates that there's no digital media. I just want to verify that because sometimes it indicates that, but there is a DVD. All they got to do is kind of wiggle the file and see if there's a DVD in there, Your Honor.
And I can verify and get back to counsel on that.
We'll be.
It's not showing there immediately?
No, Judge, I don't see any notes unless I go into the offense report. I'm not sure if the court would give me a second. to verify that.
Yes, go ahead and look into it because that way you already have Mr. Ortega here.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Ortega, do you know where in the offense report it states that there isn't any evidence?
Yes, it would be, I guess on the paper that y'all sent me, the initial paper, the disclosures, it doesn't indicate it. And then when you look at the, I guess it would be page 4. Let me make sure it's on page 4. Actually, it's not, it wouldn't be page, okay, it would be page 1 of Alton PD Department's Criminal Investigation Division. Intoxilizer, none, but then there's an intoxilizer provided. That's what causes confusion to me. And then video, none. But then there's no indication that there's a video. And then video number, none. So it would be on page, not counting the 3 pages that y'all send me, page 2.
That's correct. I can verify that, Judge.
I just want to make sure, Your Honor, if we do take it to suppression or we do take it to trial, that there's no video coming out or anything like that. So if the state confirms that there's no video, we can go ahead and proceed knowing that there's no video at this time, Your Honor.
And I'll double check that just to do our diligence and get back to counsel anyways. But what Mr. Ortega represented is correct, Judge.
Okay, well, Mr. Damian has some helpful information being that he used to be an investigator in that city. So Mr. Damian, can you please state what you indicated on the record?
Yes, ma'am. On the investigator's checklist, should be on the cover page. It'll say if there was a DVD evidence or not.
It doesn't say, just like Mr. Ortega said.
Okay.
There's no
So-
check mark on photographs or on the video.
All right, so there's none on there. That's the process that Alton PD uses, so there would be none, Mr. Ortega.
Thank you, Your Honor. So if I can just get maybe, just after the new year, Your Honor, we'll go ahead and file our suppressions or whatever it is my client and I decide to do. We do plan on discussing that at length this afternoon.
Okay, is she PTD eligible, Mr. Sosa?
Yes, she is, Judge.
Okay.
She-
All right, so what we'll do is we'll come back on January the 20th at 9:30 unless you file your suppression prior to that date. And then we'll take you off the docket and go ahead and set you for a suppression hearing.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. And that's all my client and I have with this honorable court. May I be excused?
Does she show that, does she have an alcohol monitoring device?
Judge, this is a first time. I don't think it was ordered against her, Your Honor. This is a first time, no accident, Class B DWI, Judge.
Okay, all right, thank you. Then we'll see you then, Ms. Ortiz.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, okay, Mr. Contreras?
Your Honor, good morning.
Good
I'm here
morning.
on Jonathan Lee Garza. Jonathan Lee Garza, that is 36, 37, 38 on your docket, Your Honor, I believe.
Okay,
36, 37 and 38.
all right, that's CR 21-08642-I, CR 21-08641-I, and CR 21-1359-I. Is Mr. Garza present?
Yes, he just waived, I believe.
Okay, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
For a plea date, just asking for a plea date, Your Honor.
Okay, let me get the report from Ms. Soto.
Judge, the last 2 drug patches came back negative, Judge.
Okay. All right, so will it be ready by January 20th?
I believe so, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, January 20th at 1:30.
Is there another date after that, perhaps, just to be on the safe side, Your Honor? After January the 20th, is there the last week of January, maybe?
No, it would be February the 10th.
Got you. All right, Judge, we'll leave it at the 20th.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Might be excused, Your Honor.
Yes, you may be excused.
May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Montalvo?
For Your Honor. Your Honor, I have number 17 and number 18 on the court's criminal docket. It's Edgar Cavazos.
Okay, that's CR 21-04630-I and CR 21-04629-I. And is Mr. Cavazos present?
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Okay, I do see him. And what is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, these two cases are, there's a pending felony that's the underlying basis of these two cases, and it hasn't been indicted yet. So we are asking for more time so they can process that.
Okay,
That's correct, Judge.
that's fine. Then February 24th at 9:30.
Your Honor, with the court's permission, I also have one more announcement. Standing in for Mr. Garcia. It's number 59 on the court's criminal docket. It's number 59, Maxine Perales Meade.
Okay, yes. Okay, your client is excused and we'll see him on February 24th at 9:30. Okay, Mr. Cavazos?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, take care, sir. All right, CR 1801719-I, State of Texas versus Maxine Meade. Is Ms. Meade present?
Yes, good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Okay, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, this is, there's also a pending felony out of the 93rd that's related to this offense. And Mr. Mejia has asked that we ask for more time so they can resolve that one in the 93rd District Court.
Okay. Do you know if they have a setting on that felony at this time?
I do not, Your Honor. I apologize. I do not.
No, that's fine. Does the state show if there's a setting on that felony at this time?
I see a pretrial hearing for today, Judge, at 9.
Okay. I don't know if that's gonna go or not.
I don't believe it is, Judge. I believe that's okay.
All right. We'll go ahead and give it also February the 24th at 9:30.
Very good, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, anything else?
No, Your Honor. I have nothing else. May I and my client be excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you, likewise. Okay, Ms. Muniz?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
I have numbers 70, 71, and 72 on the court's docket, State of Texas versus Rosendo Perez. For some reason, his name is spelled Resendo on, I think, 2 of the 3, but it should be Rosendo.
Okay. And that's CR 21-10953-I, CR 21-10954-I, and CR 21-11155-I. And is Mr. Perez present?
He's not, Your Honor. He actually called my office maybe about 6 o'clock this morning, left a message indicating that he's been flying around for work. He had advised my assistant recently because we were trying to get him in to sign some waivers. Had not been able to do that because he'd been traveling for work. He had advised in the message that last minute, I think yesterday they changed his flight earlier versus later. Wasn't be actually flying during this time. I don't believe he's ever missed court before, so I don't know if the court would possibly agree to maybe letting him come in next week or as soon as possible, and yeah, just maybe excusing this time just because we've never had this issue with him before, and what he advised was it was last minute due to work.
Okay, we'll go ahead and set you for January the 20th, and that'll also give you time to get those waivers in.
Yes, Judge, and we should be able to actually work out the cases by that date.
Okay.
But we'll definitely get this worked out.
I'm gonna set you for January 20th at 9:30. If you're ready by then for the plea, let us know and we'll change you to the 1:30 docket.
Okay, will do, Your Honor.
All right, any other case?
That's all I have, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Sepulveda Martinez?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 94 on your docket, Paul White.
Okay, CR 21-07433-I. And is Mr. White present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
He
ma'am.
did
Yes, Your
indicate that
Honor,
he's
I'm present.
Okay, can you please turn your camera on? Thank you. Okay, Ms. Sepulveda Martinez, has the waiver of arraignment been submitted?
Yes, it has. The corrected waiver was submitted, was e-filed, and we are waiting on a pending felony out of the same transaction.
Okay.
It has not been indicted yet. If we could just have some more time.
All right, February 24th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
You certainly may. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
White. Okay, Ms. Coronado?
Yes, Judge, good morning. I have number 45 on your docket.
Okay,
And Judge, my client is Spanish speaker.
all right. CR 2106-728-I, State of Texas versus Jose Angel Gonzalez. Ms. Castaneda, please ask Mr. Gonzalez to announce himself.
José Ángel González, por favor, se anuncia.
Judge, he should be on, but I know they were having difficulty, I think, with the audio and with the video. She said she couldn't see anybody, but I told her it was more important that you saw him.
Okay, do you see him anywhere on the screens?
I do not, Judge, but I know he just actually was on the phone with me right now telling me that he was waiting.
Well, everybody's in from the waiting room, so.
I did ask him to waive. Judge, all I need is a reset. But
okay, hold on. Well, he needs to present himself before the end of the docket so he can I don't know if you want to help him figure it out, or even if he calls in. There's a number that's on that email that'll allow your clients to also call in. But what is your announcement on this case?
Judge, we have an offer from the state, which I think it's going to be a plea, but I have an issue. My client resides in Wisconsin, Judge. So how am I going to get the fingerprint is my concern on the documents. That's my biggest issue. And then my other issue is I know that the probation department was going to check to confirm that he was compliant with the guardian interlock, Judge. It is a Class B, it's a first time, no accident. Plus, he's out of state.
So he was ordered by the magistrate to get a guardian interlock or what?
Yes, Judge, and he did. And then when he moved to Wisconsin, he put it on over there. And you had asked at the last hearing that we just confirm it. And I don't know if Ms. Soto was able to do that. I know that she's been talking to him.
I don't know. Ms. Soto, have you been able to confirm that with Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, Judge, he does have his interlock device with Drager, Judge, and I did run the report the past 3 months and there was no violations.
Okay. So he's complying with the court's order.
Yes, Judge. So we were asking if the guardian interlock could be removed, being that it's a Class B first time, no accident.
Well, I want to see him first before I make any kind of decision like that. So, I mean, see if you can get a hold of him and you can get back on, or I don't know how you want to deal with it.
He's telling me he's there, Judge. If we could just maybe announce his name again.
Okay, Ms. Castaneda, please call out his name again.
José Ángel González, por favor, se anuncia.
Me están llamando en la corte. Prenda el video.
José Ángel González.
Usted está. Can he hear? No, usted no puede oír a la corte llamando su nombre. Pero no los puede oír a ellos llamándolo a usted. Un momentito. Judge, I'll keep trying. I do have another court, so I'll come back as soon as I finish with my other court, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Gorena?
On your docket.
CR 1613954-I, State of Texas versus Eloy Flores, and is Mr. Flores present?
No, Your Honor.
Can't hear you, Mr. Gorena.
Sorry, I have number 52 and 53.
Oh, I heard 30 because you're going in and out.
52 and 53, Anthony Juarez.
Okay, CR 21096337-I, CR 20084225-I, and is Mr. Juarez present?
Yes, he is, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Okay, and what is your announcement?
Your Honor, we're gonna need a file date on these cases.
Okay. On both of them?
Yes.
Okay. So the alleged victim still wants to move forward with the case, Mr. Sosa?
I'm sorry, I was on mute. Yes, Judge, last we spoke to her, that's correct.
Okay. Then we'll go ahead and do that. Come back on January the 20th, and by that date, we'll be ready to give you your pre-trial and trial dates. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What?
Will it be at 9:30?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have one number.
I think you're having trouble with your audio this morning because usually I don't have problems hearing you.
I'm sorry, Judge. Number 86 on your docket.
Okay. Mr. Juarez, we'll see you on January the 20th at 9:30, and at that time, we'll give you your pretrial and trial dates, okay?
Okay, ma'am, may I be excused?
Yes, you can.
Thank you very much.
All right. And what number was that, Mr. Corena?
86.
Okay, CR 21-02078-I, State of Texas versus Miguel Angel Torres. Is Mr. Torres present?
He is not, Your Honor. I spoke to him yesterday. His father passed away yesterday, and I told him that I would advise the court that he would not be able to be present. When I spoke to him, he was at the hospital, actually just leaving after his father had passed away. We did receive a recommendation from the state yesterday with two options. Obviously, I'm not able to discuss that with my client yet until they're able to take care of their family matters.
Okay, would January 20th be enough time?
That's
Do you want me to set it for a status or for a plea?
deferred, and I want to explain both to you.
I'm sorry, you completely went out. Do you want a status or a plea?
A status, Judge.
Okay. And that'll be January the 20th at 9:30, and my condolences to your client.
Thank you, Judge. I'll inform you, Judge, and I'll get back to you. Thank you.
I'm sorry, what?
May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. I'm sorry, Judge. I don't know what's wrong with my audio.
Okay. All right. Thank you. No problem. Okay, Mr. Mercado?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 81 on the court docket, Thomas Alvarado Saenz.
CR 20-7309-I, State of Texas versus Thomas Saenz Jr. Is Mr. Saenz present?
Yes, he's present, Your Honor.
I'm present.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
There's a felony still pending at intake, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Soto, do we have a report on his device?
Yes, Judge has his mobile device with lifesaver and there's no violations.
Okay, Mr. Saenz, what is your phone number?
My phone number is 956-445-4921.
Okay, we'll come back then on January the 20th. Actually, he has 0 violations right now, so we'll go ahead and do February the 24th, and I'll bring him in if he has violations between now and then.
Yes,
That
Your
way
Honor.
we see if the felony gets assigned by then. So it'll be February the 24th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, you may.
Have a great week, Your Honor.
Thank you, likewise. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez?
Morning, Judge. I have number 49 on the docket this morning.
Okay, that's CR 21-1615-I, State of Texas versus Rafael Enriquez. Is Mr. Enriquez present?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. And what is your announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, we still have a felony pending in intake, just asking for some more time.
Okay, that'll be February the 24th at 9:30.
All right, Judge. I also have number 78 on the docket. It's going to be the same announcement.
Okay, Mr. Enriquez, we'll see you February 24th at 9:30 and you are excused.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, CR 21-03927-I, State of Texas versus Sophia Rendon. Is Ms. Rendon present?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm present.
Okay. And she also has the felonies pending at intake?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and also set her for February the 24th at 9:30.
Okay.
Okay,
Sounds good,
anything
Judge.
else?
That's it, Your Honor. May be excused.
Yes, you and your clients are excused.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good one.
Likewise. Okay, Mr. Garcia?
Hi, good morning, Judge. It's number 59 on your docket. State of Texas versus Vianney Salazar, CR 2105934I.
I'm sorry, you said what number?
Number 59 on the docket, Your Honor.
That's not what I have for number 59.
82, Judge.
82?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and is Ms. Salazar present?
Yes.
Okay, and what is your, I heard her. Oh, there she is. Okay, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, I got the state's recommendation and I've been reviewing it with my client. So I'm asking for a reset date for status hearing so we can figure out what we're going to be doing with the case, Your Honor.
Okay, so it'll be January the 20th at 9:30, and at that time, I'd need to know if she's gonna accept the plea or how we're gonna move forward.
Yes, Your Honor. We'll have that ready by that date, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
Nothing further. May we be excused, Your Honor?
You certainly may. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Cantu?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 66, Mr. Nava, and he's here in my office.
CR 21-07951-I, State of Texas versus Juan Nava. Okay, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
I think we're still waiting for a felony to be come down. At least when I got court
Okay.
appointed, I got court appointed on a felony also.
Oh, okay. So, Mr. Sosa, are you showing that there's a felony pending in this case?
That's correct, Judge. It's still at intake out of the same transaction.
Okay. All right, then what we'll do is he'll come back on February the 24th at 9:30, and we'll see if it's been assigned by then.
All right, Your Honor. Thank you. May we be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Likewise. Okay, Mr. Guerra?
Morning, Judge. I'm here on number 42, 43, and 44, Fabio Gonzalez.
Okay, CR 170174-9-I, CR 1701-750-I, and CR 2001-300-I, State of Texas versus Fabio Gonzalez. And is Mr. Gonzalez present?
I'm present,
Yes,
Your Honor.
Okay, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, I need a suppression date on the CR 2001-300-I. And for the CR 17 case numbers, Judge, I would just like that to be reset to the same time. Those are statuses on pretrial diversion.
Also, Judge, if I may, can we have, I'm not sure if it's on the docket, CR 21-12-329-I. It doesn't have an attorney appointed. I'm wondering if we can have Mr. Guerra appointed.
Okay, hold on. What was the case number?
It's CR 21-12-329.
Okay. And Mr. Guerra, were you appointed on these other three cases?
No, Your Honor, they're retained.
Okay. And what's the offense on that case number, Mr. Sosa?
It's a terroristic threat, Judge.
Your Honor, I'll file the notice of appearance on that one.
Okay,
Retained.
so that was the
Retained.
one that was pending, right? That was the one that was pending before? Okay. And that's what we were waiting for at the
Yes, ma'am.
time? Okay. So then now you want to see about getting those three taken care of?
Your Honor, we're going to proceed with a suppression on the CR 20 case number. And the other two were, he was on pretrial diversion. And Judge, at that time, Judge Valdez had the case in Court 7, and he hadn't made any determinations to take him off that program. So I'm just asking for the suppression to go forward first, and then we could take care of these other cases.
Okay, so, and your motion to suppress, you've already filed it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
Judge, I believe the defendant was removed from PTD on that CR 17 case.
We've never had that hearing, Your Honor, and that's exactly what hasn't been done, so.
okay, Ms. Rivera, you were, hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Rivera, on that motion to suppress.
Judge, on the motion to suppress, I did find that there was a setting. I just don't have any notation from the previous court that it was urged or it was under advisement. But it was set.
Okay, do you recall, Mr. Guerra, that motion to suppress, had it
We
gone
had
forward?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry. We had I had filed a continuance, Your Honor, but due to my schedule. I believe that's what happened last time. And I'm just requesting a new date.
Okay, so then you need to file an order resetting or an order setting hearing on this motion to suppress.
Okay.
And then indicate whether it'll be in person or virtual.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then I believe we might still have some slots in February.
Okay.
Let me check.
I think we're looking into March already.
Okay. What is the suppression date for March?
The March suppression date that I found, Judge, would be March the 31st at 9:30.
Okay, so file your order setting hearing with March the 31st at 9:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then I'll set, hold on, somebody continues to unmute themselves. Ms. Trujillo, do not unmute yourself.
Judge, that's my client, Judge. So,
Okay, they
I'm
continue
signing
to,
on.
all right, hold on. Okay, so then, on the other two cases, what we'll do is we'll have you come back on April the 7th. And that'll be after the suppression.
Yes, Your Honor.
And
Thank you,
that'll be
Judge.
at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. I have nothing further. May we both be excused?
Hold on, that'll be for all the three other pending cases that are the misdemeanors, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, okay, now you may be excused.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Fernandez?
Good morning, Judge. I have number 34 in the court's criminal docket.
CR 1913386-I, State of Texas versus Jeanette Garza. Is Ms. Garza present?
She should be.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, I'm not sure. I think the court wanted to check on her device.
Okay, all right, Ms. Soto, what is the report on Ms. Garza?
Judge, she has a mobile device with Interlock and she has no violations.
Judge, I've heard the court give out the January setting and a February setting. I'd be okay with either one for status. Still making decisions. I mean, I'm not sure if it'll be a suppression on this case or not, but I would ask for one of those two dates, Judge.
Okay, well, she doesn't have any violations, but I do need to know by February the 24th how we're gonna move on the case, okay?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so it'll be February the 24th at 9:30, and I'll only bring her in earlier if she has violations.
Sounds good, Judge. Nothing further. May we be excused?
Yes, you certainly may.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Mr. Salinas?
Hello, good morning, Your Honor. Yes, I have number 30 on your docket, Eloy Flores, and he's present on your platform.
Okay, CR 1613954-I, State of Texas versus Eloy Flores. Mr. Flores, will you please announce yourself? Mr. Flores, please announce yourself.
I'm here, ma'am. I'm here.
Okay, And what is your announcement, Counselor?
Yes, Your Honor. Plea was given to us at the last setting, Your Honor. We're discussing it with my client. He did change jobs, so he needs to look into that to see if we can go forward. We're asking we could get maybe a February date. The other issue, Your Honor, he's been on the I believe he has a breathalyzer or one of those devices. He is set for a surgery in December, Your Honor. If he could work with probation and we can get a doctor's excuse, if he could get some days that, he'll be in operation or in therapy or whatnot. Can we work that with probation and it's going to be in December, Your Honor?
Yes. Ms. Soto, can you, when did he get on his device?
Many years ago.
Hold on. Go ahead.
One moment, Judge. Let me look that up. I don't have that information yet. I just know that he does have his devices with Safeguard Solutions and he has no violations, Judge. Let me get the start date. It was installed March 12th of 2021, Judge.
Okay. So he's had it a few months. All right.
And actually, he's had it longer than that, Your Honor, with the other court, because we're trying to do another case. So yeah, he's been good, Your Honor. We're just asking what we can do with this situation.
Okay. Yes, just get the doctor's excuse and make sure that Ms. Soto's aware so that those days are not counted against him.
Okay, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Okay. And then you're still reviewing whether or not he's going to go.
Yes, if we could have February setting, Your Honor, considering the operation.
Okay, it'll be February the 24th at 9:30, and I do need to know what we're going to be doing next.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Flores, a phone number, please.
I have it, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
956-780-1644.
Okay. All right, sir. Best of luck to you with your surgery.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else, Mr. Salinas?
No, will you be excused, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, sir, what is your name? You're under iPhone. You're next. With the brown jacket. Yes, sir. What is your name, sir?
Javier Guajardo.
And Mr. Guajardo, who is your attorney?
Temo de la Fuente.
Okay, I do not have anybody from his office on. If you'd like to contact them and let them know that we are accepting announcements.
Okay, let me give him a call.
All right. Okay, Mr. Mesa?
Good morning, Judge. I have number 25, Your Honor, on the court's docket this morning.
Okay, and that is CR 21-05886-I, State of Texas versus Edith Escamilla. Is Ms. Escamilla present?
She should be on, Your Honor. She's a Spanish speaker.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda, please call out Edith Escamilla.
Edith Escamilla, por favor, se anuncia. Edith Escamilla.
Okay, I do see her. She just, tell her to push the microphone.
Oprima el micrófono, Ms. Escamilla.
Ya no sé si me escuchan. Aquí estoy.
I'm here.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, there's a pending felony out of the same transaction on this case, Your Honor. It still has not been filed. My request is I'm asking for some additional time to allow that case to come through, Your Honor. It's a felony assault on a public servant, Judge.
Okay, February 24th at 9:30.
Your Honor, and that is all I have before this honorable court this morning, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, you may. Ms. Castañeda, let Mrs. Escamilla know that she can also get off.
Ms. Escamilla, ya se puede retirar.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Mauricio Sainz, you need to remove your cap, sir.
Oh.
Okay, Mr. Hernandez?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Your Honor, I'm here on standing in for Rick Palacios on, I believe it's number 31, 32, and 33 on your docket. Edward Gamboa.
Okay, CR 21-09141-I, CR 16-13365-I, and CR 18-12387-I. State of Texas versus Edward Gamboa. Is Mr. Gamboa present?
Yes, I have. Ma'am.
Okay,
He's
and
present.
what is your announcement, Counselor?
Yes, Your Honor. At our last setting, Your Honor, our client was not present. He was in the hospital. The court accommodated us and allowed us to reschedule it without an eyesight. Thankfully, Mr. Gamboa has been released now and he's back out on bond, Your Honor. He is at our office. We had initially tried to see if we could get Mr. Gamboa into the Veterans Court program, Your Honor. He is a veteran. Our request was denied.
Hold on. Okay,
Our request for the Veterans Court program was initially denied, Your Honor. I wanted to try to see if I could follow up. I'm not too sure who the individual is at the DA's office right now that's considers the Veterans Court applications, but we wanted to try to see if we could get Mr. Gamboa into that program if that was a potential option.
okay, Ms. Soto, do you have a report on Mr. Gamboa?
Judge, he has his mobile device with recovery and there's no violations.
Your Honor, if I may also, Mr. Gamboa has advised us that at the present moment, he has an interlock device and the mobile device both at the same time. At the last hearing, we were going to try to ask the court to see if one could be removed and he could be allowed to just continue with the other. But since he was in the hospital at that time, we were not able to urge that. So I would respectfully ask the court at this time, Your Honor, if the court could enter an order allowing one of the devices to be removed and if he could continue with the other while we continue to try to seek the Veterans Court placement.
Yes, I don't have an issue with that. Mr. Gamboa, did you want to continue with the interlock device or with the mobile alcohol monitoring device?
No, I'll stay with the mobile device, ma'am.
Okay, then submit an order removing the interlock device, Mr. Hernandez, and I'll go ahead and sign off on that. And he can stay with the mobile device.
Thank you, Your Honor. We'll submit an order and would the court allow us some additional time so we could try to look into the potential Veterans Court placement?
Okay, we'll come back on February the 24th. Between now and then, see if they'll do the reconsideration. And if not, then I need to know which way we're going to proceed on these cases.
Understood, Your Honor.
Okay, so it'll be February 24th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Mr. Gamboa and I be excused?
Yes, I just need a phone number for Mr. Gamboa.
210-910-7601.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you. Likewise, you're both excused.
Jose Gonzalez, apaga su cigarrillo, por favor.
All right, Ms. Dietz.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 80 on the court's docket, Reynaldo Saenz.
Okay, I do have that a dismissal has already been filed on that.
Yes, Your Honor. I just wanted to put that on the record.
Yes, ma'am, and congratulations, ma'am, to you.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Okay, so Ms. Coronado, you were able to get your client?
Yes, Judge. He is present there under Karina Trujillo.
Okay,
And
and
glasses.
what was the number again?
Number 45, Judge.
Okay, that's CR 210628-I. Okay, Jose Angel Gonzalez. Ms. Castaneda, let him know that he can unmute himself.
Welcome here.
José Ángel González, por favor, prende el micrófono.
Ahí está prendido. ¿Me escucha?
Sí.
Yes. Okay, and go ahead and your announcement again, Ms. Coronado.
Judge, what we were asking on this one is we do have a plea offer, which we'll probably accept. My issue was, my client lives in Wisconsin. How am I going to get his fingerprint on the plea documents?
Okay, I understood that they could get fingerprinted, do the fingerprint, and then they can scan and send it to you. I don't know. What does the state suggest?
That's correct, Judge. The defendant can fingerprint himself and scan over to defense.
That's what they've done in other cases.
Okay, Judge, and I'll ask him to figure out how to do that up there, and we can sign the plea documents. And then the second issue, Judge, was the removal of the guardian interlock.
Well, he's gonna
Judge,
plea.
my client is Spanish speaking.
Yeah, he's gonna plea out. The date I have is January the 20th, correct?
Hopefully, yes, Judge. We'll
Yeah,
get it done by
so
then.
January 20th at 1:30. So it's only gonna be another month. So I'm gonna leave it on until then.
Okay, Judge, not a problem.
Ms.
Okay.
Coronel, am I to understand that you're accepting the deferred adjudication, or were you guys?
Yes, because he's not eligible for PTD because he lives out of state, and that's my understanding. He needed to be here in the Valley for that.
That's correct. I'll send you that paperwork as soon as possible.
Yes, I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
So he's living in Wisconsin permanently?
Yes, Judge, that's where
Oh,
he
okay.
resides now.
Okay.
For January
Okay.
20th, Judge, at 1:30?
January 20th at 1:30. Yes.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. My client and I be excused.
Yes, you both may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Okay. Mr. Orlando Garcia?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. What number?
I actually, Judge, this morning I received the afternoon docket and the wrong link. I had to get the correct link from Mr. Sosa this morning, so I don't know where I am on the docket. I do represent Nettie Macias.
Number 57, Judge.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Sosa.
That's CR 2002-988-I, State of Texas versus Nettie Macias. Is Ms. Macias present?
Your Honor, my assistant just sent him the updated link. We were in contact with him this morning. I'm not sure if I see him. I'm looking.
Mr. Macias?
Yes, right here.
Okay. All right, he's present. Go ahead.
Very good. Judge, we're set for status this morning. If you may recall in the last hearing, Mr. Oscar Vega stepped in to say that he had been retained by Mr. Macias. I spoke to Mr. Vega yesterday to confirm. He asked that I make one last appearance. Currently, what's going on is Mr. Macias has a few felonies pending. Mr. Vega is retained on those as well. So I'm going to let him step in. I just wanted to make an announcement to the court to that effect, and also request that I be able to submit a voucher because Mr. Macias has been my client for over a year and we're preparing for trial.
Okay, yes, you can submit your voucher for your time that you've spent on this case. And also, I just need Mr. Vega to file his motion for substitution of counsel, which we had been expecting, and it hasn't been filed yet.
I reminded him yesterday and he said that he would file it, ma'am.
Okay. All right, then we'll go ahead and set him for February the 24th at 9:30, and we'll see where we're at with those felonies.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have, ma'am. Be excused.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Trejo?
Good morning, Judge. I have one case, number 53 on your criminal docket. State of Texas versus Alex Alberto Robles, CR 18-12500I. He should be signed in, Judge.
What number did you say?
Number 79, Judge.
Okay.
Okay, thank
All right, and Mr. Robles, Alex Robles, are you present?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead. And what's your announcement, counselor?
Judge, we're asking for a continuance in this case. My client has started a job in Victoria. He is pending a driver's license to apply for the PTE program. Failed that a couple of times. I've advised him, since he'll be in Victoria for a few months, to go ahead and get his license up there, and then we can submit an application for the PTD program. He has no priors.
Okay, so he has been unable to pass the driving test?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Soto, do you show that he has a device?
I have no record, Judge, no.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna give you some time, Mr. Robles, but you do need to do that. And if you're not able to, then you all need to figure out another alternative. Okay. So we'll go ahead and have you come back on February the 24th at 9:30. And that's plenty of time between now and then to try to set up that driver's test.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anything else?
Nothing further, Judge. Maybe excuse?
Yes, sir.
Thank
And
you, Your
you're
Honor.
excused, Mr. Robles.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Fonseca?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on number 48, State of Texas versus Hector Guerra in CR 21-07418-I.
Okay, and is Mr. Guerra present?
He's not, Your Honor. When we called him to give him the Zoom codes yesterday, he's 74 years old. I tried to explain it to him. He had some trouble with that. I explained that he could call in. So what I'm asking for is if we could possibly get a short reset. He was under the impression that it was in person. I told him that that probably wasn't going to be possible. I understand that the state may want to take a nice side, but considering the circumstances, Your Honor, if I could bring him in to my office or make arrangements for that, we're just asking for a short reset, Judge, if that's possible.
Okay, I don't have anything until January the 20th at 9:30.
That would be acceptable, Your Honor. I can see if I can get the case worked out by then.
Okay, so January 20th at 9:30, and if you're ready for a plea at that time, let us know and we'll change you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
That's all I have before this honorable court.
Okay. Thank you. You have a good day.
Thank you, Judge. Likewise.
Okay, Mr. Palacios?
Good morning, Judge. I have Mr. Isaac Escobar, CR 20-00317I.
Okay, what number is that on the court's docket?
Oh, Judge, I'm sorry. It's actually 4 different cases, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have it.
29, Judge.
All right, CR 20-00317-I, CR 20-06560-I, CR 20-06213-I, CR 20-06208-I, State of Texas versus Isaac Escobar. Is Mr. Escobar present?
Yes,
Your Honor, I'm present.
Okay, go ahead, Counselor.
Good morning, Judge. Sonny Palacio, Mr. Isaac Escobar. Judge, in this case, yesterday afternoon, we did receive a plea recommendation. Basically 2 counts of on the 2 assaults, 16-month probation, and with dismissals on the remaining 2 counts. I just need some time to talk to him regarding the case. We tried getting him in yesterday afternoon after received the plea, the plea recommendation. However, he was working, so we need to coordinate some time with him.
Okay, so do you want your next status on the plea docket or for a status?
Can we place on the status docket, Judge? I'm anticipating a plea, however, I just want to err on the side of caution on the status docket, and we'll notify the court if this is the plea, so we can change it.
Okay, it'll be January the 20th at 9:30, and if he will be taking a plea at that time, we'll change it to 1:30, just notify the staff.
That'd be perfect, Judge.
Okay, anything else?
Nothing before this honorable court, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, you both may be excused.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Aurelio Garza?
Hi, good morning, Your Honor. Aurelio Garza, number 4041 of your current docket, State of Texas versus Noe Garza. He is on the screen, Your Honor, as Noe Garza Jr.
Okay, CR 21-05918-I, CR 21-05919-I. Okay, and I do see that Mr. Garza is present, and go ahead.
It's a status hearing, Your Honor. On this case, from the beginning, we've announced we'll be requesting a jury trial, so same announcement.
Okay, so then January 20th at 9:30, at which time I'll give you your pretrial and trial dates.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nothing further. May we be excused?
Yes, you both may be excused.
I'll take care. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Flores?
Good morning, Judge. I have number 54, Leonardo Lopez Ruiz.
CR 21-08171-I, State of Texas versus Leonardo Ruiz. Is Mr. Ruiz present?
Yeah, Judge, he should be logged on.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
okay, I do see him. All right, go ahead.
This is status conference, Judge, on Mr. Ruiz. I'm still waiting for discovery. I did file my notice for discovery. I'm requesting the state tender that discovery over to the defense as soon as possible so I can evaluate the evidence and see if we're going to be applying for PTD or going to trial in this case, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Sosa, are you showing that you have received the request for discovery?
Judge, I have a note indicating that we emailed discovery on the 1st of November.
Okay, do you want to check your emails, Mr. Flores, to see if you received that on November the 1st?
November the 1st, I'll check right now, Judge. I don't show it, Judge, in my inbox, Judge.
Okay, if the state can please resend that discovery to Mr. Flores.
Sure, Judge, of course.
Okay, and I'll give you an opportunity to review that discovery, Mr. Flores.
Yes, Judge.
And then I'll have you come back on January the 20th at 9:30.
Mr. Flores, what's a good email for you, sir?
It's the M Flores attorney at gmail.com.
That's the one we have, but we'll go ahead and reset it, sir.
Okay, thank you. January 20th, Judge?
Yes, at 9:30.
That's all I have before this honorable court. May I be excused?
Yes, you both may be excused.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Love?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 56 on the court docket. It is State versus Trinidad Lumbreras. He is on. I did see him on Zoom somewhere there.
Okay, CR 20-02683-I, State of Texas versus Trinidad Lumbreras. Mr. Lumbreras, can you hear us?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and are we taking the victim testimony today?
Your Honor, I don't have the victim here to do testimony.
Yes,
I don't
I'm
have
here,
the-
Miss.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
here, Miss Olivares. I am here.
Okay.
Okay, and what is your name, ma'am?
Brenda Maldonado.
Okay. Does the state show, did Ms. Maldonado go in and file her A&P?
Yes, Judge, I have record of the A&P on file.
Okay, so then are you ready to proceed?
One second, Judge. I just need to make sure if the victim, if we had a record of the victim wanting to make a victim testimony. But yes, we're ready to proceed.
All right, Ms. Maldonado, please raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead.
Good morning, Ms. Maldonado. Can you please state your full name for the record?
Yes, my name is Brenda Maldonado. Middle name Lee.
What is your relationship to the defendant, ma'am?
He is my husband.
How long have you two been together?
We've been married for 4 years.
Do you live at the same house?
Yes, we do.
Can you tell me a little bit about what occurred on December 25th, 2019?
Yes, me and my husband, we got into an argument and I decided to push him because I was upset that we were arguing, and he tried to push me back while he was in the shower and he missed, and I fell because there was water on the floor because he had gotten out to get some soap, and I slipped on the water and I hit my head, and I was very angry, and well, I was intoxicated at the time and I didn't really remember what happened when I was talking to the police officer because I was very angry, and I'm sorry I did that and I caused a lot of trouble, but that's how it was.
So were there any other violent acts involved? Anything else? Punching or slapping or anything else?
No, he did slap me on my cheek, but it was because I was overreacting, and he only like tapped me so I could awake from my drunkenness.
Okay. Is there a history of violence between you two, ma'am?
No, sir.
Are you concerned about any other future acts of violence?
No,
Have you filled out an affidavit of non-prosecution at the DA's office?
no, I haven't. I wasn't able to.
1 second, Judge.
Affidavit of non-prosecution, Your Honor, is filed by our office because the DA's office, she had went several times to try to file it and they refused it. So we talked about there being a Brady violation because she had already spoken to some people, but they wouldn't take her statement. So which we felt there was information favorable to the accused, which wasn't being disclosed. So when I spoke to with Mr. Rodriguez, he did let me know that we were welcome to file our own affidavit of non-prosecution. We did put that on file, and that was filed on 11/17/21.
That's all right. And our response was that we didn't agree that it was a Brady violation since it wasn't evidence in our file. But regardless, we have accepted the AMP. We have it on file. And if I may just continue my line of questioning, Judge.
Okay, go ahead.
Did you fill out your affidavit out of your own free will, ma'am?
Yes, I did.
That is to say that nobody promised you anything or threatened you in any way to fill out that affidavit?
No.
Do you wish to drop charges against the defendant at this time?
Yes, I do, please.
Do you understand that by dropping charges that this case cannot be reopened again in the future?
Yes, I understand.
However, you do understand that if something else were to occur, that you would be able to open that case up as another case.
Yes.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I appreciate your time. That's all we have at this time, Your Honor. The state tenders a witness.
Okay, any questions, Ms. Love?
No, Your Honor, I don't have any questions for you.
Okay, so what else is the defendant to do so that the dismissal can be filed? Have you discussed that with Ms. Love?
No, Judge. Well, we were proceeding, the last ADAs were proceeding with the case due to the defendant having 2 prior assaults with different victims. I need to staff this case to see if an ADR is even going to be offered. Our last recommendation made was a regular probation recommendation. I understand the victim does not want to move forward. Perhaps this might be a case appropriate for a bench trial.
Your Honor, we did file our trial motions. This is a case that we're planning on taking to trial because he has 2 prior convictions with 2 separate victims. Doesn't mean that he's accused of this crime. And we have evidence controverting that. So we are asking for a status date so we can figure out when we can go to trial.
Okay, so then we're gonna come back on January the 20th at 9:30. Between now and then, staff it with the DA's, you all staff it with the DA's office to see if they're going to allow for him to do an anger management class and then having it dismissed because we did the victim testimony, or if they're gonna be proceeding, if either one of you will be proceeding to trial.
Yes, ma'am. We'll staff that case as soon as possible.
Okay, so then January the 20th at 9:30.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay, all right, thank you. Y'all are excused.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Bravo?
Morning, Your Honor, number 76 and 77.
Okay. Hold on. All right, I do have that dismissals were filed on Mr. Pedro Ramirez. So there's nothing further on those 2 cases.
Our next announcement is number 74.
Okay, was Mr. Ramirez present?
He was present, Judge.
Okay, he's excused. Okay, and number 74, that's CR 1807134-I, State of Texas versus Mauricio Sainz Puente.
He's also present, Judge. I don't know if he has his video on. He's also on.
He is present. He had his video on earlier. Right now, it looks like he has a screensaver. Let me see, Ms. Castaneda, can you please ask Mr. Sainz to turn on his camera and his microphone?
Mauricio Sáenz Puente, por favor, prende su cámara y su micrófono.
¿Cómo lo prendo? Mm. Sí.
I saw him earlier, Mr. Bravo. Go ahead.
Judge, we're requesting additional time. Mr. Puente does qualify for DACA. So I've informed him that he should be able to qualify to obtain a driver's license. And from going from there, Judge, I believe he has to take his driver's test and do the examination, the written portion.
Okay, but is he gonna do it? Because this is a 2018 case.
Yes, Judge, I think this has been a case where we've already received discovery. I was contemplating filing a motion to suppress. However, I am exploring other avenues in this case, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Soto, does Mr. Sáenz Puente have a device?
I have no record, Judge.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna give him February the 24th at 9:30. Between now and then, he needs to take some initiative on that driver's license so that he's working towards something. And I need to know what we're gonna be doing. Because next year is a year of disposition of cases, folks, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, anything else?
I have one other case, Judge. I believe it's
Okay. Ms. Castaneda, please let Mr. Sáenz know that he is dismissed.
Mr. Sáenz ya se puede retirar.
And he's to return on February 24th.
Su próxima corte es el 24 de febrero a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Ok. Gracias.
Thank you.
Muy buenos días.
Okay, do you have another one?
Yes, Your Honor, number 50.
Okay, I also have that a dismissal has been filed on Mr. Everardo Hernandez.
And Judge, I believe he is somewhere. I believe he's on.
Buenos días.
Buenos dias. Ms. Castaneda, please let him know that the dismissal has been filed and he is excused.
I lost him. Mr. Hernández,
¿Mande?
su caso ha sido despedido.
Ok. Ya no tengo nada ni nada, ya no debo nada, ¿verdad?
Do I owe anything?
Tell him no, that it's been disposed of.
No, ya ha sido terminado.
Ok, está bien. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, your next case?
And Your Honor, that does finish my business before this honorable court. May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Trevino?
Yes, Your Honor, I have number 65. Good morning. Number 65,
morning.
Manuel Anselmo Munoz.
Okay, CR 2106-268-I, State of Texas versus Manuel Anselmo Munoz. Is Mr. Munoz present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead, Counselor.
Your Honor, there's a NISI that was granted back in October 28, 2021. There was some bit of confusion. I had filed a motion, a waiver of arraignment, and that waiver was signed on proposed order and sent to your queue and signed on August 23rd, but there was no activity between August 23rd and my client was not notified of any hearing that was held after that. So it was a judgment NISI granted on November 2nd. There was some bit of confusion, Your Honor, but my client never intended to in any way not be present for any of his hearings. It is a PTD application, Your Honor.
Okay, the court will recall the NISI.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, and what is the announcement on the status?
We have virtually completed the entire application already, Your Honor. I may have already collected also the letters of recommendation that he requires. I would just like at least 30 days, Judge, to come back an announcement that he has been completed and submitted.
Okay, Ms. Soto, do you show a device for Mr. Munoz?
No, Judge, I do not.
Okay,
It is a first-time offender, Your Honor.
okay, January the 20th at 9:30, and let me know where we're at with his application at the time.
120 it is, Your Honor. Thank you very much for your time and have a safe day.
Thank you, likewise, you're both excused.
Very
Thank you.
well, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Guerra?
Good morning, Your Honor. Victoria Guerra representing Mr. Roberto Cabrera. I'm sorry, I don't have right offhand the number on your docket.
Okay, number 7, CR 21-03-793-I, and is Mr. Cabrera present?
He should be, Judge. We gave him the Zoom info and he verified with my secretary that he was on. Yeah, there he is.
Yes.
He has his hand raised.
Okay, so Ms. Soto, have you shown that his device has been obtained?
Judge, I haven't received any information regarding the device, Judge. I have been trying to call him. I sent him text messages to return my phone call. I haven't received a call back from him, Judge.
Mr. Cabrera, have you obtained your device, sir?
I'm trying to see if I could keep my interlock in my truck.
Okay, no, Mr. Cabrera, it's very
It's in my
simple.
truck right now.
Mr. Cabrera, you were ordered to get the device. Have you gotten it? Yes or no?
I have an interlock device.
Is it hooked up and has it been giving reports to the provider?
It is hooked up. It hasn't not been giving reports.
Why not?
It broke down on me, my truck. So I have a vehicle now. I just was able to make some money last week to pay for the towing, to switch it from one vehicle to another. I get paid on Friday for some work I did last week. And I should be able to install it in my new vehicle.
Who did you get the device with?
Lifesaver.
And when are you doing this?
Hopefully I could do it in Conroe, Texas, which is in North Houston. My first installation, I got it in McAllen, but I
When?
live in Houston.
When, Mr. Cabrera? The judge is asking you, when can you get it done?
I'm hopefully I could make an appointment for Saturday morning.
Mr. Cabrera, you don't get to make the decisions as to when it is that it's convenient for you. You were ordered to do it and you haven't done it. That's enough for me to incarcerate you, sir. Where are you living?
In Conroe, Texas, in Willis, Texas.
And also you not answering the probation department is also a violation. You need to be answering the phone when the probation department contacts you. If you're not able to take the call at the time, then you need to return their phone call as soon as possible. Do you understand that? Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Okay, who told you to get the interlock? Because in my notes, it states that I ordered you to get a mobile device on October the 21st.
I was ordered to have an interlock as soon as I was able to make bond. It was conditions for me to keep driving.
So the magistrate ordered you to have an interlock device.
Yes.
So you were ordered to get that device back in 2020 in December, and you still haven't been able to get it on.
No, I have it. I had it. It was this summer. It's right before my truck crashed. No, I had it this whole time, all the way till about summertime.
What is your phone number?
832-679-4002.
Judge, if I may, Judge, before the device can be switched to the new vehicle, Lifesaver will need a swap order that I would need to submit to them, Judge. So it's very important for Mr. Carrera to make contact with me when he does have his appointment.
Okay, you need to make that appointment on a weekday, not a weekend. Because in case you need to speak to the probation department to make that change. Because you have to change it from one vehicle to another.
Yes.
So you are to make that appointment for Friday, December the 10th. And then we're going to check with you next week. And if he is not compliant, Ms. Guerra, his next hearing will be in person.
Yes, Your Honor.
So Ms. Soto will report to us next week, Ms. Guerra, and then we'll go ahead. For right now, I'm going to give you January the 20th at 9:30. And depending what happens with his appointment, and that'll be via Zoom unless I need him in person.
And does my client, Mr. Cabrera, have Ms. Soto's phone number?
Yes, he should. He's been on this for a while, so. But Ms. Soto, go ahead and put your phone number on the record.
The office number is 956-587-6084.
Thank you, Ms. Soto.
Okay, I'll give you a call.
And answer the call when they call you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that's all for now. Ms. Guerra, do you have another case?
No, Your Honor, that's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, you may be excused.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Likewise. Okay, Ms. Gutierrez?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have numbers 1 and 2 on your docket, 2 different defendants. And I believe one of them is, if he's not logged on, he's trying to log on. But I did want to address the court on both of these cases, Your Honor. There's no indication that my clients have ever been arrested on these charges. And so they told me that, 2 separate individuals. I checked that, and it seems that there's no indication in the county that they were ever booked for these offenses. So I'd like at least some confirmation on that, because that's unique, a unique issue for me. I've never encountered that before.
Okay, so this is CR 20-03020-I on the state of Texas versus Jose Maria Alvarez. And is he present?
Your Honor, he's my client that is trying to log on as of 5 minutes ago.
I don't have anybody in the waiting room. Okay, let's try your next one. CR 21-06568-I, State of Texas versus Rene Arredondo. Is Mr. Arredondo present?
Your Honor, Mr. Arredondo is not present. He is working and said that he was not going to be able to make it. I understand that's an issue, and I explained that to him. However, he could not get out of work.
What does he do?
I'm not sure, but I know it's out of state.
Okay, here's your client, Mr. Alvarez, trying to get in. Oh no, those. Let me see. Okay.
If the court wants to recall them, I can wait.
Well, Mr. Alvarez just logged in right now. That's him right there. Yeah, so that's CR 20-03020-I. So you're making an announcement on this that it shows that he was never arrested for this. So can the state check on that?
Judge, earlier I saw there was a booking. Right now I'm on the other case on Mr. Redondo, and I see, 1 second, Judge.
Your Honor, Eric Schreiber on behalf of the state.
Okay.
These are both check cases, and no, neither individual has been arrested or booked on these charges.
Okay. So how did it get here?
We filed a complaint. Our cases don't quite follow the standard misdemeanor role where the individuals are arrested and then taken to county and processed, and it comes through intake. We work our own cases, and if we need to file them in order to preserve the statute of limitations, we go ahead and file, and then we'll process them at a later date as soon as we're available to.
Okay, so that's why, Ms. Gutierrez.
Okay. Well, and so my announcement on Mr. Alvarez's case, sorry, Your Honor, I apologize. Mr. Alvarez's case, which is CR 20-03020-I, is that this is a case where they're alleging that he basically skipped out on rent. I had sent an email to Miss Gabby Gurena back when she was a prosecutor. I don't know if the current prosecutors, Mr. Sosa or Mr. Lozano or Mr. Schreiber had ever seen that email, but Mr. Alvarez was in communication with the landlord. He fell out of job during COVID, and that is the reason why he was not able to pay for the rent during the time that he was there. He moved out and then he fell out of a job and during COVID, and so he was not able to pay. But since this case came to light, he has been in touch with the landlord. The landlord is prepared to accept the payment for the full amount. And so that I did want Mr. Sosa and Mr. Lozano, Mr. Schreiber to know that, to see if there's a possibility that it can get resolved in that way. He pays what he owes and the case gets dismissed. But sorry, go ahead.
Our standard procedure generally, especially on first-time offenders like Mr. Alvarez, is we are willing to accept full restitution and dismiss the case. It would need to be paid through our office, and there are some additional fees that are on there. So the total amount would be $2,950. And once that's paid, we'll submit a dismissal.
Okay. And would that require him to get booked?
Because of the COVID, we haven't been requiring that, no, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. And if Your Honor would give me just a short continuance so I can talk to Mr. Alvarez. There was some indication from the landlord that the amount was less, but in an effort to get this resolved, I don't think it was that much less. Something like 2,700, 2,750, something like that. But I will ask Mr. Alvarez. I need some time to talk to him about whether he would be able to make this lump sum payment and to do that quickly. And then I can make that announcement to the court or maybe get dismissed administratively.
Okay. So I also want to make you aware that Mr. Alvarez has a warrant for his arrest that was issued out of, it looks like, a Justice of the Peace Court.
That's our warrant, Your Honor.
Oh, that's your warrant. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, so go ahead and I'll give you an opportunity to do that. We'll come back on January the 20th at 9:30. If it's been resolved before then, the dismissal will be filed and it'll be done administratively.
Very well, Your Honor.
Okay, so that'll be for Mr. Alvarez. So on Mr. Arredondo, you need to let him know that he doesn't get to decide when he shows up to court, and that's why they're given plenty of notice so that they can tell their employer that they need to. So if he values his freedom, I'm going to give him only one more chance. He's also to return on January the 20th at 9:30. So he needs to go ahead.
On this case, we're waiting on the discovery because Mr. Arredondo claims that he has nothing to do with this case. This is all new to him. And obviously the fact that he hadn't been arrested gave him some credibility to his story. But now that I understand why he wasn't arrested, I'm very, I need to see that discovery in order to inform him about whether what he's telling me is accurate or not. We did file our 39.14 back in September, I believe. And so I would just like that as soon as practicable.
Okay, so the state, do you show if you've already sent the discovery out?
I don't see a note, Judge, indicating that we've sent discovery. I'm not sure, Mr. Schreiber, if your division or our own.
We would send it. Let me look in my sent box. I don't think I've sent anything out, and a lot of times I may not see it, and so I don't get to respond to it right away. But I can get that to you definitely this week, probably tomorrow at the outside.
Very well.
Okay,
And-
so we'll
and-
just, go ahead.
Just so Ms. Gutierrez knows, prior to that, the restitution amount on this case is $295.36.
36 cents. And is this one of those cases where if he pays that, it would be dismissed?
That's correct.
Okay, very well.
Okay, so then
That's all I have, Your Honor.
I'll give them the opportunity to send you that discovery, and you'll return on January the 20th at 9:30. Okay, anything
Thank
else?
you, Your Honor. I have nothing further before this honorable court. May I be excused?
Yes, you may be excused, and your client is excused as well.
Mr. Alvarez, thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Handy?
Good morning, Judge Ocaña. It's Robert Handy here on behalf of Reynaldo Carvajal, number 8 on the docket, which is CR 20-06647-I. I'm here for his status hearing. And regarding numbers 9 through 11 on the docket for this client, Attorney Ozuna will be making an announcement on behalf of those cases. And last that I saw, Mr. Carvajal is present.
Okay, Mr. Carvajal, Reynaldo Carvajal?
Yeah.
Okay, and what is the announcement on the case that you're here for on CR 20-06647-I?
Yes, Your Honor. Regarding his status hearing for this morning, I just want to keep you posted that this particular case was being handled in Court 6 before I got assigned to the court. I have been informed by Attorney Alanis that this client was placed in a DWI education course, and this client's case would be dismissed once completed. Reassurance is given by Chief Misdemeanor Prosecutor Melissa Lozano, but proof of completion has already been forwarded to myself from Mr. Alanis, as well as being sent to Assistant District Attorney Adrian Lozano for dismissal. So that is pretty much all the updated information I have in this case, Judge Ocaña.
So you're just waiting for the dismissal to be filed?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
A dismissal, I believe, Judge, it's going to be a dismissal and extension if my notes serve me right.
Okay. So then when are you going to file the dismissal then?
Today after morning docket, Judge.
Okay.
All
right.
Sorry, if I may, the previous ADA, Mr. Ramirez had sent time served paperwork on the revo, but like I said, we'll go ahead and file that dismissal and extension as soon as docket's over, Judge.
Okay. All right. So then when it gets forwarded to me, I'll sign off on it, Mr. Handy.
All right. Well, thank you, Your Honor. That is all I have for today. May I be excused before this honorable court?
Yes, you may.
All right. Have a great day, Your Honor.
Thank you. You too. Okay. So Mr. Osuna, you're going to be making an announcement on CR 21-02586-I, CR 21-02585-I, and CR 21-02584-I.
Yes, Your Honor, I apologize for the clumsiness, Your Honor. I was in a contested hearing and I didn't have a chance to bring Mr. Handy up to speed. We had technical issues on top of everything, but Mr. Carvajal has unfiled felonies. We're humbly asking for 45 days, Your Honor, to allow that situation to develop.
Okay. So then it'll be February the 24th at 9:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Castañeda, if you can please let him know.
Mr. Carvajal, su próxima corte es el 24 de febrero a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Está bueno, ma'am.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. Osuna?
Yes, Your Honor, but I don't want to cut in front of Jose and Capello, so I'll wait my turn.
Okay, but nothing else on this case.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So Mr. Solis, on your client?
Morning, Judge. I have several this morning. We'll start with number 61 through 64, Mr. Jose Mendez.
Okay, CR 21-00539-I, CR 21-00537-I, CR 21-00754-I, CR 21-00538-I. State of Texas versus Jose Mendez. Is Mr. Mendez present?
Judge, I don't believe he is, Judge. Just to inform the court, Judge, Mr. Mendez, we entered into an agreement where he was placed on probation out of the felony court. I believe he's on probation right now. Subsequent to that, Judge, we had to dispose of these misdemeanors. However, Mr. Mendez stopped replying to our correspondence. I was hoping to see if probation could forward us a number, because I do think that he's reporting, Judge. He's just not replying to us. So I do not believe he's here this morning because we haven't been able to reach him.
Okay, Ms. Soto, do you have a phone number for Mr. Mendez?
Actually, Judge, he hasn't reported to probation since July, Judge, and I believe there's a warrant out on the felony case.
Okay, well then.
So he's not reporting and he has a warrant, so he's on the run. Okay, so also on these cases, if y'all are gonna stay on, it's still showing the previous attorney, so you would need to file your motion for substitution of counsel.
Will do, Judge.
Okay. All right, well, he already has an eyesight that was granted, so there's not much else you can do for him. He needs to do it for himself.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, your next case?
Next case would be number 4647, Mr. Javier Guajardo, and I do see him logged in.
Okay, CR 1810395-I, CR 1801713-I, State of Texas versus Javier Guajardo. Mr. Guajardo, are you present?
Yes, I'm present, Your Honor.
Okay, what's the announcement, Counselor?
Judge, on these cases, we already have suppression dates of February the 17th that we are planning to go forward on, Judge.
Okay, and Ms. Soto, do you have an updated report on him?
Yes, Judge, Interlock Device with Intoxilock, and there's no violations.
Okay. Then we'll just leave, I know that you have another setting for some reason on January the 13th. We're gonna take that off. And we'll just see you at your suppression hearing on February the 17th.
And this is in person, correct, Judge?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Judge, if I may?
Yes.
Judge, if Mr. Solis, just keep an eye out. I will be sending out order resettings on those settings. So I'm gonna get him a future date after that. It'll probably be the week after or 2 weeks after, Mr. Solis.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we'll just see you at the suppression hearing then, Mr. Guajardo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else on him?
Not on him, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Guajardo, can I get a phone number for you?
It's gonna be, I just got a new number. It's gonna be 956-517-6502.
Okay, that way Ms. Soto can make a notation of that new number. Okay, sir. Then you have a good day. We'll see you in a couple of months.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. All right, your next case, Mr. Solis?
Number 22 to 24, Judge, same individual, Mr. Luis Alberto de la Cruz, and he is logged in as well.
Okay, CR 1909331-I, CR 2000787-I, CR 2000788-I, State of Texas versus Luis de la Cruz. Mr. de la Cruz? Okay, I see you. I think you're just muted. All right, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, I'm gonna ask for a 30-day reset, Judge. I just got an offer from the state, and I do need to talk to Mr. de la Cruz regarding that offer, as I do believe it's reasonable, Judge.
Okay, so do you want a status setting or a plea?
If we can do a status, Judge.
Okay, January the 20th at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. de la Cruz, we'll see you on January 20th at 9:30, sir.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You're
Have a good
excused.
day.
Likewise. Okay, your next case?
Number 73, Judge, Mr. Mauricio Posada, and he's logged in as well.
CR 2101-849-I, State of Texas versus Mauricio Posada. Mr. Posada?
Hello, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, sir. And what is your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, in this case, Mr. De La Fuente is going to be staffing as judge as he is seeking an ADR in this case. We're just asking for a little bit of time on this.
Okay. Mr. Posada, do you have an alcohol monitoring device, an interlock or a mobile?
No.
Okay, so he can come back on February the 24th at 9:30, and please have it staffed between now and then.
Will do, Judge.
Okay, anything else?
And two last cases, Judge. Number 3, Mr. Eligio Barrera.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. CR 1714469-I, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, on this case, Mr. De La Fuente, my law partner, Judge, he wanted to see if we could get a setting like in a week or two to staff this case with the court.
Oh, okay. Yes, let's do December the 16th. And we'll staff it at 4 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, no problem. Okay, anything else?
And on number 95, Mr. Alejandro Zamora, Judge, I have the same announcement if we could possibly staff this case.
Okay, December the 16th at 4 p.m.
And that concludes my business, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great morning. Thank you.
Thank you, likewise. Okay, Mr. Capello?
Good morning, Judge Ocaña Olivares. We have number 68 on the court's criminal docket. Jessica Perez.
Okay, CR 1914702-I, and I do see that Ms. Bettis is present.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe Mr. Sosa is going to elicit testimony from the victim who's present with Ms. Bettis. They're on speaking terms, Judge. They're amicable. I had asked him to appear with Ms. Bettis on the camera because so Mr. Sosa could get evidence from him. She has already taken her anger management course, and the victim in this case has filed an A&P, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Sosa, are you showing that the A&P has been accepted and filed with your office?
That's correct, Judge. We have the AMP and the anger management certificate only pending the victim testimony, which the state is prepared to take.
Okay, and what is the alleged victim's name?
Rene Martinez?
Okay, and Mr. Martinez is present?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and have a seat, sir. All right, raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, you may lower your hand. Mr. Sosa, you may proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Martinez. Can you please state your full name for the record, sir?
Rene Martinez.
What is your relationship with the defendant?
Ms. Perez and I, we have a child.
Are you two together, or can you explain a little bit about your relationship currently?
So we commonly, right now we have a child together, and we are happily raising our son. I do visit with him and with her every morning, and I do the same in the evening hours.
Okay, so for clarification, sir, you are just co-parenting then?
Correct.
Okay, so there is not currently a dating relationship?
No.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Sosa.
Thank you, Judge. Do you live in the same house, or do you live in a separate housing?
I live in a separate house.
And can you tell me a little bit about what occurred on October 10th, 2019?
Yes. So on that evening, we had a dispute that led into the advance question. And I guess the rest is what happened.
Can you explain in detail what happened and what led to the arrest, sir?
We had I guess a difference of opinion in some of the events, that had happened, and then that's when we had the argument that led into the altercation between both of us.
Okay, and can you tell me a little bit about the altercation? What happened? did, how was there punching? Was there slapping? Was there pushing? Can you go into detail?
Yes, there was, as outside the residence, there was some, I guess, some pushing and some things of that nature on that evening.
Okay. Did the defendant punch you?
Yes.
Okay. Were there any other violent acts involved other than punching or pushing?
No.
Okay. Is there a history of violence between you two?
No.
Are you concerned about any other future violent acts?
No.
Have you filled out an affidavit of non-prosecution at the DA's office?
Yes.
And did you fill it out of your own free will, sir?
Yes.
That's to say that nobody promised you or threatened you in any way to get you to fill out this affidavit?
No.
Okay. Do you wish to drop charges at this time?
Yes.
Do you understand that by dropping charges that in the future this case cannot be reopened again?
Yes, I do.
However, you do understand that if another incident were to occur, then that case can be opened as a separate case.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time. The state tenders a witness, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Capello, do you have any questions of the witness?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Then at this time, the court will accept the testimony and will approve the acceptance of the A&P and of the testimony of Mr. Martinez. And this will be taken care of administratively with a dismissal, Mr. Sosa?
Correct, Judge. We'll file a dismissal here after docket.
Okay, then the court will also sign that dismissal as soon as it's forwarded to the court.
Thank you,
Okay.
Judge.
All right, thank you, Mr. Martinez, for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, you and Ms. Bettis are excused, and Mr. Capello, do you have anything else?
Nothing further before this honorable court, Judge. May I be excused?
You certainly may, sir. You have a good day.
You do too as well, Judge. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Osuna?
Good morning, Your Honor. Jose Osuna for the record. We have number 87 on the court's docket, CR 17-12753I, State of Texas versus Crispin Zapata Trevino. Mr. Trevino is present, Your Honor. His moniker is 1+200 TMO. He's wearing a red t-shirt, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Trevino, can you hear us? Okay, he's just on mute. All right, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, we do appreciate the fact that this is a 2017 case and we are working as quickly as possible to dispose of it. We have come into a tentative agreement with the state. They are willing to waive their right to jury trial, as are we. Mr. Trevino is eager to resolve this case as well. Your Honor, may I inquire, is the court willing to entertain in-person bench trials?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. This case prospectively has 11 witnesses. So that's why we were hesitant to do it via Zoom. But given what the court's just told us, Your Honor, we would humbly ask for a setting in late February, just to give us ample time to prepare. And that's if the court is willing, Your Honor, just because I know that it's a lot of witnesses, so I don't know if the court is going to be stacked in February or what the court's calendar looks like, but there have been instances where the state subpoenas 10 witnesses. We want an extra witness of our own.
Okay, well, let me see if, is the state going to, has the state agreed to a bench trial on this matter?
If I may ask Mr. Ozuna, which ADA consented to that bench trial? I'm not seeing any notes.
I believe I've consulted with you on at least one instance. This is the one where I made offers to stipulate to evidence just to streamline matters, and I'm almost certain I spoke to you. Let me just bring up my email really quickly. You know what, Mr. Schultz, I'm sorry. I should have been more attentive. So Carlos stipulated, you were included in the email, but it was actually Carlos that stipulated to it. That communication was made on October 5th at 9:30 a.m. That was when you were co-counsel. He indicates, or that's what he indicated. And I'm sorry, he stipulated on October 19th and included you in the email.
That's all right. If the court, I think a good proposition would be for all the motions and order setting to be filed. I'm currently staffing the case. I haven't been able to contact the victim. So I believe we would consent to the bench trial. Judge, I just need to confirm, and we would go ahead and honor that.
Okay, so are you gonna have any pretrial motions that will need to be heard prior to the bench trial?
I'm not sure, not at this time, Your Honor. I need to revise the complaint, but otherwise, at this time, I don't think so, Judge.
Okay, so I'm gonna set this for a bench trial on March the 3rd at 1:30 p.m. And then we'll block off the afternoon for you.
Very well.
Okay. So then we'll, now between now and then, if you can't locate the victim and we're gonna do something different, I encourage you all to talk about that, okay?
Yes,
Absolutely, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, if nothing further, then Mr. Trevino, we'll see you at your trial setting on March 3rd at 1:30, sir. And that will be in person. We'll go ahead and notify you the day before which courtroom to appear at.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, anything else, Mr. Osuna?
No, Your Honor, is it going to be the style where if you're at the podium, you don't have to wear a mask? Or I don't know if the court has considered that. I was just curious.
I don't know yet, because now there's states that are issuing now new mandates, being that the new variant has now hit more than 15 states. In the United States, that variant has now reached Texas.
Yes, Your Honor.
So if we will recall, this is the same way COVID started to spread.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I do know that like states like New York have already issued mandates for indoor gatherings. So I really don't know what's going to happen between now and then. So we can go ahead and let you know protocol about 24 hours before.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else?
No, nothing further, Your Honor. Maybe excuse, please.
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Mr. Kennedy?
Morning, Judge. Can you see me okay?
I certainly can.
Okay, great, Judge. I've got four cases before you this morning. The
Okay.
first one I have is number 6 in your docket, Mr. Eric Bueno.
All right, CR 1914559-I, State of Texas versus Eric Bueno. Is Mr. Bueno present?
Saw him on earlier, Your Honor. Looks like he's outdoors with a brown jacket.
I know who you're talking about, but he got out and he hasn't come back in.
He did text my office. He was having some kind of connection difficulties, but I don't see him logged in anymore.
Okay, we can recall it. All right, your next one?
The next one I have, trying to go in order in your docket, is number 60, Veronica Mejia.
Okay, Ms. Mejia, can you please turn on your camera at CR 2108418-I? And Mr. Kennedy, have you all filed your motion for substitution?
I believe so, Judge. I think it was filed maybe last week, end of November.
Okay. I'll look for the order granting. As soon as you have the order granting, please file your notice of appearance so that they can change the name.
Oh, that's already been filed, Judge. We had the discovery.
Okay. All right. So what is your announcement?
I received a video just at the end of November, I believe, and I need some time. I haven't watched it with my client yet, so I'm asking for a continuance.
Okay. January the 20th at 9:30.
Thank you.
Okay, so Ms. Mejia, we'll see you on January 20th at 9:30, ma'am.
Okay, gracias.
Okay, ahorita. Ms. Castaneda, please let her know to get with her attorney to view that video as soon as possible.
Ms. Mejía, por favor, se contacta con su abogado para revisar el video lo más pronto posible.
Está bien, gracias.
That's fine, thank you.
All right, your next case?
Judge, if I may, Mr. Bueno contacted my office and says he doesn't have data anymore. Is it all right if he calls in?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just instructing my staff to give him the number. Okay, the next case I have, Judge, is number 69, Michael Perez.
CR 20-00712-I, State of Texas versus Michael Bettis. Mr. Bettis, is he present?
I don't know. His phone number that we normally call him in is deactivated, and I don't know if he's on, Your Honor.
Okay, I don't have anybody by that name. Does he have a notice of today's setting? Let me check.
Judge, I believe it was given over the record, on the record, Judge.
Yes, ma'am, it was. So if he doesn't show up by the end of the docket, I'll have to issue an I-sign.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, your next case?
Next one I have is Mr. Jorge Torres, and he has cases number 83 through 84.
All right, CR 20-08449-I, CR 20-08450-I, and CR 21-01313-I, State of Texas versus Jorge Luis Torres. And Mr. Torres, I do see a Zoom user with the name Jorge Torres, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and what is your announcement, counselor?
In this case, Judge, I think the offer was PTD. We submitted the application, but there was an outstanding ticket that was the holdup. He paid the ticket last week, and we resubmitted the PTD application. So I just need some more time, I think, the application to be reviewed.
Okay, so but the application has already been submitted?
Correct.
Okay, Mr. Sosa, are you showing from your end that it was accepted?
Yes, ma'am. Last time I checked it, I believe last night when I checked, it was accepted.
Okay, can you give me the date that it was accepted, please?
1 second, Judge. It was submitted the 1st
Of December or November?
of this month, Judge.
Okay. Then we'll go ahead and see if by February the 24th, I'll set you for 9:30 for right now, but if he's ready for placement, let us know and we'll change you to the 1:30.
Okay.
Okay, so Mr. Torres, we'll see you then.
All right, Your Honor.
Okay, you're excused, sir.
Thank you.
All right, your next case?
That's all I have, Judge. Just Mr. Bueno, and I think we gave him I'm not sure if they've given it to him yet, but the phone number to call in.
Okay, I don't have anybody on yet, but you're welcome to hold on.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Alvarez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, CR 17032006-I, CR 17032007-I, State of Texas versus Fernando Vieira, Vieyra, and Mr. Vieira is present. And what is your announcement, counselor?
Yes, Judge. This particular case, Judge, I'm retained on this case, and I don't think he's pretrial diversion eligible. This case might have to be tried, Judge.
Okay. So you do have a motion to suppress on file. I just need an order setting hearing whenever, if and when you're going to move forward on that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, if you're requesting a jury trial setting, come back on January the 20th at 9:30 and I'll be ready to give you your trial setting. Just to let you know, because it's a 2017 case, it'll probably be one of the first to go.
I understand, Your Honor.
Okay? All right,
Thank you.
anything else?
No, Your Honor, may I be excused.
Yes, you both may be excused.
Thank you. Be safe, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, who do I have here on a Celero 5G? Okay, what is your name, sir?
Jose Roberto Botello, ma'am.
Okay, and who is your attorney?
Uri, I forgot his name, ma'am. He's
okay. Yes, sir. And he was appointed to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I believe that we have a request now that Mr. Heller is going to be changing jobs. So Ms. Rivera is going to give me the name of the next person that's on the wheel. because Mr. Heller did get a new job, and so now we're going to have to assign you a new attorney.
Okay.
Judge, it's Jonathan Almanza.
Okay. Your new attorney is Jonathan Almanza. Give us a chance to give him the information. And what is a good phone number for you, Mr. Boteo?
956-619-0181.
Do you have an email address, sir?
Yes, I do.
What is that email, sir?
jboteo13579@gmail.com.
Okay, we will pass this information to your attorney, and then we're gonna have you come back on February the 24th
Okay.
at 9:30.
Okay.
Okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please make sure to answer the call from Mr. Almanza's office when they call you, sir.
Sure will.
Okay, thank you, sir. You have a good day. All right, so Mr. Kennedy, we're just waiting for your client. I'll go ahead and go through the rest of the docket and see if he ends up calling in. Okay. All right, so number 14 and 15 and 16. Anything?
Judge.
Go ahead.
They were attempting to call several times this morning. Mr. Garcia's office and Mr. Garcia himself. I missed the call every time I would finally see it on the phone.
Okay. I'll go ahead and hold off on an ISI and see if they were calling in for a reset. All right.
If I may, I checked on Odyssey and they're reset to the 13th of January.
Oh, okay. Okay, number 30, number 35. Mr. Contreras did not make an announcement on that case, did he? Oh, yes, he did. Okay, I'm sorry, that's my mistake. All right, number 39.
I don't have an announcement on that case, Judge. Let me see if there's a reset date. No, ma'am, there's no reset date.
Okay, I'm not sure. We can contact Ms. Palacios Love to see if she overlooked it before we go ahead and do anything else on that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Number 55.
I didn't have anything, Judge.
Okay, anyone?
I know he called our office yesterday, Judge, but I don't believe it was regarding this case.
Judge, I do
Yes.
show reset for February 3rd, pending the felony I didn't take still.
Okay. So far 69, I have a nice sign. Okay, anybody on 75?
Yes, ma'am, they were reset for January 13th.
Okay, and 88 through 91 were reset to what date?
January 13th, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Kennedy, I do have somebody that just called in. I'm assuming that would be your client. Is Mr. Bueno English speaking or Spanish speaking?
I believe he's English speaking, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Bueno, if you can unmute yourself and announce yourself. Eric Bueno. Do you know if his phone number ends in 634?
I'm not sure which phone he's using. I can get his file real quick and let you know, Your Honor.
Just for confirmation, I did see him on earlier, but if that is him, I'll accept your announcement.
Okay, one second, Your Honor. Your Honor, the number I have on his file ends in 5634.
Okay, go ahead, sir. What is your announcement?
Judge, this is the second setting since I guess this case was transferred from County Court 4, and I'm sorry, County Court 8. It's been a while. There's a sticky point of law I'm doing some research on, and I'd like some more time for that.
Okay. And he doesn't have a device, right?
I don't think so, Your Honor. I believe it's a Class B.
Okay. All right, come back on February the 24th at 9:30, but I need to know what we're going to be doing by that point.
Yes, understood.
Okay. And you can notify your client because I don't think he can hear us.
Yes, Judge. I'll load a form right now.
All right.
Have a good day. Oh, actually, I'll see you again at the 1:30.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else before we log off? Okay, this concludes this morning.